And we're live. We're live on a Man Up, and we're manning up, America. How cold is it on the cold Camp North Star? What I mean, right now we're in the what are we in the 30s, 20s?
Put it this way: neither of us have balls right now.
Well, we do. They're just hiding up in our.
No, they're not there.
27 degrees, boys and girls. We're here. We are here. That is the redoubtable one himself, Thomas J. Izzo. The J is for joyful, joyous, jubilant, jubilant. And I am the highly questionable one, RJ Miliaccio, who
Ronald J.
Ronald
with the J is for jerked around.
I got jerked.
Janky.
I got jerked around this weekend.
Jacked off.
We're going to start with the NFL. As we speak, we're in the Monday Night Mayhem. The Browns in a 10-7 lead at the Mile High, I might add. The Broncos, lot going on here on the line tonight, fantasy football-wise. He's trying to catch Creekmore. I'm trying to stave off an embarrassing loss to Joel, who has one win. I mean, it's
Yours
not,
is much more likely to be a victory.
no, it's because they jinxed it before. You know how they do this? Like, oh, he's made 15 in a row. Bang, he clanks the next one. It happens in every sport. This guy is 11 straight hits, strikes out on 3 pitches. It never fails. This goalie hasn't let us score. It never fails.
The last time he threw an interception was 2 seconds ago.
Wait, that's the wrong jersey, and he's going the wrong way. And no one's touched him all the way to the goal line. It's just like... by the way, that also happened to me. But this is how you feel. I don't disagree. It is a Man Up Monday. You know, we're manning up. That's what men do. We're manly men. We do
Yes.
this. Okay. And now we're drinking cold drinks. That's
Ice
right.
water.
Ice water. We piss. That's right. We piss excellence here. Okay. We piss excellence.
Yeah.
Of course, it's frozen right now. Anyway, we'll start with the NFL. Did you even lose a game?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, there were some games I lost. I had...
We started out great.
Now look.
We were 4-0 before we blinked, and then I went to shit.
Well, because
By the way-
Thanksgiving was easy.
By the way,
Thanksgiving was easy.
how about that Chiefs-Raider game? Did we not call that? How are they going to win this week? Did you see how the Chiefs won that one? It was 19-17, by the way.
Hold on.
The Raiders are going.
I did see.
Did you see?
They changed the
Did you-
offense. They changed the
unfucking-
false start to a
unfucking-
illegal formation.
Unfucking believable.
Dude.
You can't. First of all, you can't say dead ball foul in the first part of the sentence and then allow a fumble, which would mean a live ball.
Dude, but here's what
I can't.
Sunday was a great day for football. Okay, now I said I was going to take my victory lap.
Please do.
It's not the normal victory lap
Take
that you
your
think
lap.
I'm going to take. Okay,
Take your lap.
but here's what happened.
Just know I'm at the end of it.
RJ and I picked 5 games differently, 4 in a row in the early slate.
Was it 4? No, because
Yes.
the first 4 games we all picked the same. We
No,
picked the 3
yeah,
on
but-
Thanksgiving, and then we picked the Friday game. We were all the same. That was 4 in a row. We were all
I'm
right.
talking about Sunday.
Okay.
We picked 4 differently in the Sunday early slate. And look, I'm 5-0 in those. But let me tell you, it wasn't a normal bum blast that you would think.
It wasn't a bum blast
Because
at all.
every fucking one of those games, no, well, not every game. Most of those games,
Not most.
the team that won never should have won.
Not most.
Yes.
Like
Because
I
the
said,
Steelers beat the shit out of the Bengals.
no. Like I said. Go ahead, finish. Take your lap.
No, so I'm saying, look, for most of those games, I thought I was going to be 0-4. First half of the Pittsburgh game, I was like, oh shit. But then the second half, Pittsburgh finally showed Cincy that they're better than them, and they beat them.
Well, since his defense is the worst in the modern era,
It's been
awful all year. But
Right.
Pittsburgh's offense is anemic.
So Pittsburgh never should have gotten down like Pittsburgh threw a pick 6 because George Pickens fell down.
Yep.
So that was part of it.
Yep.
So they showed
I'm
me
not
something.
counting that. That's bullshit. That was bad luck. That's bad luck. That's got nothing to do with
But
it.
they showed me something because because it looked bad in the first half. Like they couldn't stop Cincy at all. They had that pick 6, but then they came back and smacked Cincy because they stink.
Cincy, by the way, most defenses haven't stopped Cincy this year. They're in the top 10 in offense. They're low. They're unbelievable.
But Pittsburgh did in the second half of the game.
38 points and over 40 yards of offense isn't stopping anybody.
In the second half, they turned the ball over on them. They stopped them, and that's how they got ahead. Because they were down.
When you score, when your offense scores 38 points, you should never lose. The Cincinnati team we're referring to has not only done that once, not only have they done it twice, They've done it 3 times this year, where their offense has scored over 35 points and they've lost.
Well, their offense scored 31.
It was 44 to 38.
Yeah, and 7 was on a pick six. They scored 31.
Still, and you got a pick 6 out of it. Christ's sake.
Yeah, no, I mean, look, and then the other one, the Vikings game. Holy shit, the Vikings game. But here's the thing about the Vikings game: they basically tried to give that game away. Aaron Jones fumbled twice. There was a lot of shit that Minnesota did wrong, and then they woke up in the second half and Arizona stopped playing defense. And Kyler Murray threw a terrible pick.
Awful pick.
I mean, just no reason for it. Didn't need to happen.
That was like they combined Mac Jones and Danny Dimes. That's right.
At their worst.
At their worst.
At their worst with a bad
That's
offensive
what
line.
that looked like.
Because
they morphed into each other and they became
because Arizona
Kyler
was
Murray.
dominating that game.
You want to know how dominant they were, Tom?
I think it was what 19-6.
No. It's not just that. Arizona had over 400 yards of total offense, and the Minnesota Vikings had 187 for the game.
Wow.
Do you understand the level of dominance? Oh,
That's
by the way,
insane.
they controlled time of possession by plus 11, 35 to 24.
I know.
This is how ridiculous.
And it was in the
This
first
is
3
how-
quarters. It was way worse.
This
than
is
that.
how ridiculous this was. And by the way, this didn't happen once. I don't know. He was 5-0. Okay. Would you like to hear how often it happened?
Then the Patriots.
Would you like to? Oh, that's another one. There's more. There's plenty more.
Yeah, but I mean, okay, I knew you were going to do this.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did you know I was going to pull out the stats and the
I
penalties
watched all the
and
games.
the turnovers?
I watched all the games. No, I knew that you couldn't just accept the fact that I won 5-0. You were going to have to basically say why it shouldn't have happened that way.
Because it never happens that way.
It did though.
Yeah.
So you
the
can't
one
just say
time.
you can't just say,
You're
"Damn,
right,
you had a great week."
Yeah. This is like.
You got to pull out every stat to
Tom.
be like, "Here's why he was wrong," even though
Tom,
he was right.
Are we correct in saying this is the best week you've ever had?
No, we've had better weeks together.
No, you, not me. You. Have
We've
you ever had a
no.
better week individually than this one? No.
Yes, I
When?
had a week where I only missed 2 games.
How many did you miss in this one?
I have no clue, but I think it was more than 2.
It wasn't. Because you agreed on everything I agreed with that I got right. Okay, so there wasn't one that I got right that you got. You agree everything that I got right, and I started out 4-0. And then I was it was 7-4. Then it was 7-5.
I agreed to everything you got right.
Everything all the ones we got agreed upon that were same, all were right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you didn't. Where did you get one wrong?
So you
only
missed the games that I missed?
I only have 5 games
No
wrong.
way.
Yeah.
So this is the best week I've ever had.
That's what.
What? So what?
I just said that.
Thank you to me.
I'm saying this is how lucky you were.
You're just trying to prove like that you were actually right. Even though you got 5 wrong, you were the one actually picked
I
right.
got 5 wrong where the team I picked won total offense, won time of possession, had fewer penalties. Are you
Okay,
serious?
so now that's a win.
Are you serious?
So now that's a win.
Tom, if that
So now that's a win?
No, what I'm saying is, Tom, if that happens like that likes a split.
Okay,
Like you win
you're
3,
the
I
one-
win
you're
2,
the one that
or I win
tells
3
me-
and you win 2.
You're the
You
one
got
that
all
told-
5.
You're the one that told me in this league that more games are lost than won.
5 in a row.
Look, think
5 in a row.
But think about the teams that lost.
In the 5 in a
about
row in
the-
the 1 o'clock slot, Tom.
Think about the teams that not 5 in a row, 4 in a row. The 5th one was Eagles Ravens.
You know what? You
And
know
I
what
thought the Eagles were going to beat them.
Even Larry doesn't believe it.
No.
Did you break him?
Did I break him? He just fell. His leg came off. And just his leg. Shit.
There's a shoe.
Don't step on it. It's behind you. It went flying.
It broke.
You think we can glue it?
I don't know.
Sorry, dude.
That's all right.
That's all right. I was just readjusting on the bar.
It's all right.
So the 5th one
in
was
any event-
Ravens Philly.
The Ravens. The kicker missed. By the way, he's supposed to be one of the best kickers.
He's been
in the
doing
league.
that all year.
He's never had a year like this, Tom.
But this year has.
he missed.
We're 10
3
games in.
1 game, Tom. You know what that means? In the other 11 games, he missed a total of 7. He missed 3 in 1 game.
He's had a terrible year.
He's never missed 3 in 1 game.
He never misses.
And
He never misses 7.
And he missed an extra point to boot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they outgained him by 150 yards. Shut that.
You
Go
said
ahead,
more games are lost than won.
Shut the fuck up with that. That's got nothing to do with the fact that this happened 5 times in a row.
No, saying more games are lost than won usually means the team that lost could have won. but they lost it.
The team
They made a mistake.
The team that
They
lost
fucked up.
should have won. The only game they should have lost, I will say, is definitely should have lost the Cincinnati-Pittsburgh game. Cincinnati deserved to lose.
I thought Philly deserved to win that game last night.
No, Baltimore was every time Baltimore artistically they got to miss a fucking field goal. They got down there.
He missed 2 free throws and an extra point. What was the final?
No,
score?
he missed 3 field goals.
No, 2 field goals and an extra point.
It was 24-19. That's 7 points right there. No, wait, yeah, it's 7
They
points.
won 24-19.
It was 24-19.
With what, a late score?
They scored with like a minute and a half to go, and they had to get an onside kick, which they didn't get. But they scored to make it 24-19. But again, it doesn't matter. If the dickhead had made his fucking field goals, it would have been for the win.
Well,
I mean, so to your point, to the Cardinals, to the Colts knock, they scored with 10 seconds to go after fucking that donkey called the timeout.
The Patriots stink.
The Patriots outgained them 440 to 252.
And the Patriots stink. And and in the final,
the Colts are 5-7.
They're
How
better
good
than
are
the
they?
Patriots.
They stink too.
They just
When
walked
is
all over
5
you
and
guys.
7 good?
I didn't say they were
When is
good.
5 and 7 average?
They are basically average.
No, they're
The
5
Colts-
and 7. They had to win that game to get to 5 and 7. They were 4 and
They're
7.
right around average. They're an average bullshit team.
They're 5 and 7.
Anthony Richardson looked
An
good at the end
average
of that
bullshit team.
game. Yeah.
Oh, Christ.
There's a bunch of teams like them.
An average bullshit team. No, they're 5 and 7. They stink.
Yeah, I don't
They
think
stink. They do stink. The
Not,
playoffs.
not as bad as the Pats.
It isn't that. The Patriots were winning that entire game.
The Patriots stink.
They won by 1 point.
The Patriots stink.
No, the point is the Colts got fucking lucky.
Okay. You can call it luck.
After
They won
one
a game.
Yeah, when every team gets outgained like that and all 5 of them win and they lose the turnover battle to boot and they still win. Oh, and they lose time of possession and they all still win. That's a hell of a trifecta, Tom. In fact, I don't even know what they call that at the racetrack. It's not even a quinella. It's not even a. I don't know what the fuck you call it.
So he actually went 5-0.
No, I didn't say that. What I'm saying is, when something like that happens, usually it splits. Like I win 2, he wins 3, or the other 3 and 2.
didn't.
It doesn't go 5-0.
It didn't.
I know it didn't, but go ahead, take your victory
What are you
lap.
crying about?
And before,
Why are you crying?
Before you take the victory lap, take the horseshoe out of your ass. Okay? I'd love to think he's this good, but to his own admission, he's the best week he's ever had. He's never been this good before. So no,
Yeah. So
I'm
what?
not going to
You've
sit
never
there.
been this good.
I've had a 15 in 1 week before.
15-0.
I've had a 15. Yeah, I know. I've been closer than you. Did I beat you last year?
What are you talking about?
I've had weeks where I've won 14 and 15 games before.
No,
Multiple.
you've never had a no-loss week.
Not true or not?
It's true.
Yeah, well, you're about to. Well, if the Broncos lose, you will have a 1.
That's true.
So.
That's true. No, but here's my thing. I know half the time I pick based on feel anyway. That's a bullshit pick half the
We
time.
thought these games were going to be close. That's why we picked them. And they were
They
close.
could go either
They
way.
could go either way. But the fact that happened 5 and it all went the same way,
Yeah.
that's not a weekly thing. That's not a monthly thing.
Exactly. So why can't you let me enjoy it without crying like
It was a
bitch?
fucking fluke.
There's Sutton.
Oh no, it's not Sutton. Sutton's 14. Now they're running in.
So
anyway,
it was a
The point is,
fluke that
you
it was,
won though.
It was a
But
fluke
don't
that
say it was a bum blasting.
I just said it wasn't your average bum blast.
It wasn't a bum.
because it was 5-0.
It was 5-0
That's
because
a bum blast.
No.
I'm saying on the
5-0 and-
surface,
5-0.
it's not your average bum blast.
5-0
because every
and your
game
team
could've
lost
sucked.
time of possession, lost total yards, and lost the turnover.
I didn't pick that.
That's
stuff.
not a bum blast.
We didn't
That's
pick
luck.
that. We
That's
didn't
luck.
pick who had the better
That's
stats.
luck. That's
we
luck.
picked wins and losses.
That
if
is
you
luck.
want to start picking
Bum
who has
blastings
okay,
aren't lucky.
No, here's what we're gonna do.
Bum blastings aren't
From
lucky.
now on, we're not gonna pick wins and losses. We're gonna pick time possession.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay.
We'll pick that with every game.
No.
And, yeah. We'll pick both.
No, you don't pick the wins and
Yeah,
losses because it
that's
doesn't mean anything.
I didn't
Just
say
pick-
no.
just
That's not
pick
what
the
I
time
said. You
possession.
twisted my words.
No,
Don't twist my
it's not.
words. I said you won. I didn't say it was a bum blasting. That's the difference. I said you won.
It's
I didn't say
5-0.
it's not a bum blasting.
No, statistically, that is a bum blast.
No, you lost statistically in all 5 games.
No.
Yes,
the
you did.
statistic we're looking at is wins and losses.
You were outgained, all
No,
time
but
possession,
we weren't.
more
we weren't-
turnovers.
We weren't playing yards.
That's not the point.
We
That's
were
part
playing
of the
wins and
game.
losses.
Are those part of the game or not?
We're not playing
Are
the game.
those part of
We're
the game
not
or not?
playing the game.
Do those usually determine the outcomes of games or
We're
not? They
not
usually
playing
do.
the game.
But not last Sunday with horseshoe up his ass Hilton over
We're
here.
picking
No.
the game, not playing the game.
Take your lap. Just take it.
No, I can't because you're whining.
I'm not whining. That's
Yes, you
I
are.
just gave you facts.
No,
I gave you the facts.
but I already
That's all
told.
it is.
But I was saying that.
And based
going
on the
in.
facts, He was lucky he won all 5.
Before you even
That's all I'm saying.
Before you even got to it, I was talking about how crazy those games were and how the teams that won should have and could have lost.
The teams that won should have all lost, except for Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh definitely should have won.
I disagree with Philly.
No, Philly. That game.
I think Philly beat them.
Philly got the lead.
Philly went to Baltimore and won that game.
Philly got outgained by 150 yards in time possession. They were down by 8 minutes. They did not go there and pistol whip them. The kid missed 2 field goals and an extra point.
I didn't say they pissed.
If he makes the 2, by the way, this kid's having to
he shit the bed. It's not
his
their
point.
fault.
This guy's having the worst year he's ever had. And by the way, he's doing this at home too. He's doing it everywhere, and he misses 2 field goals and
So
an extra
when is
point.
Harbaugh going to say, "I'm not letting this guy kick anymore"?
Actually,
I got the best offense in the fucking game.
I think he just said it today.
Did he?
Yeah.
He should have said it in the Eagles game.
I think he said it today.
The guy misses the extra point. Then I feel like you just keep.
Well,
kicking
now
with
it's
him.
like, what the hell? And he said it. It's mental. He's in his own head.
Yeah, of course it is.
I mean,
at what point
don't
do you say
ever compare this guy to Nick to Vinatieri again?
Well, at this point,
Vinatieri had ice water.
Dude, you have to say I've got Lamar Jackson, I've got Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, I've got fucking Derrick Henry and Zay Flowers. Would I rather kick a fucking field goal? No, go for it.
If he wasn't in range to go for it, he had to kick the field goal. It wasn't like
not with a guy that can't kick.
If it was 4th and 5 or less, you'd have a point. Every one of those 4th downs was greater than 5 yards.
Like
in fact,
time?
Yeah, 2 of them were more than 10 yards.
Okay.
So I don't care.
Well, then punt it.
Look, Derrick Henry is and him and Saquon the 2 best backs in the game. One A and 1A. I think Saquon should win league MVP this year. That's why I think he should. If he gets, is there a quarterback that you think should get more votes than him? Quarterback's having some good years, but I think he's having the best year of anybody. Given
I think the only
circumstances.
one people are talking about is Josh Allen, but I would give it to Saquon.
That's why Josh Allen will get it because they're 9-2 and they beat the Chiefs.
Yeah.
No, they're not the only team that should have beat the Chiefs. See the fucking.
But they did it.
I know they did it. They were at home. They should not. They were at home.
No, they were the better team.
They were the better team.
I mean, there would have been no reason for them to lose that game.
But
they won it good too.
Yeah. Well, they outgained them and out-time possession them and won the turnover battle.
And they won the game.
Yep. Think about what I just said.
Right, but they finished the job.
Yeah.
You're acting like all a team has to do is hold the ball longer.
I'm saying
and they win. No, that's not how it happens.
I'm saying that
you got to outscore the other team.
That five teams in one Sunday this happens to. You see this happen once or twice maybe on a Sunday. Not 5 games.
No, definitely not.
That's insane. So I'm just like, so I sat there and I'm like, when was the last time you saw that happen? I'm like,
yeah, and you couldn't say, man, Tom had a great weekend.
I did say that actually.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I did.
You said, oh yeah, none of these teams should have won. You
Me
got lucky.
saying-
Get the horseshoe out of your ass.
That was after you said it was a bum blasting.
Get over it.
No, I won't.
5-0. It's a bum blast.
It's not a bum blasting.
It's a bum blast.
You got outgained, out everything.
It's a bum.
It's luck. It's luck.
It's a bum.
It was luck.
It's a blast
It's
in
a
the
luck.
bum.
It's a luck. You wish it was a blast in the bum.
It was a.
You wish.
It was a.
Go call Chris and get his ass jumped.
It was a bang.
The point is, he's got a 10-game lead with 5 weeks to go.
Dude, I'm just gonna pick every game the same as you know.
So that would be. I would be not surprised.
Oh please, you know me.
I
Better
would
than
be
that.
so.
You know me better
surprised.
than that. This is when I start taking the most risks.
Every week he does this. This is. Yep.
When have I ever done that?
I don't know. I wasn't keeping score.
I've never tried to keep my lead.
Until now.
Oh please, you always keep score.
We keep score all year.
I know, but you're like, as you watch the games, you're like, 9-2. Holy fuck, what's going on here? Don't you?
When?
Like while you're watching.
I didn't. I was, for the record, I was driving. I saw none of this. I was driving home.
You were on the radio and you were like, oh,
I got home right
he won
before.
That one. Oh shit, he won that one too. Fuck.
I was saying fuck at the traffic because that was bullshit. How do you take a highway from 2 lanes to 4 lanes and you still have traffic? That's utterly ridiculous. Well, you didn't have traffic with 2 lanes, but now suddenly you have 4 lanes and you have traffic. How the fuck
that is quite a conundrum.
That's a conundrum.
Well, not a conundrum. It's a mystery.
It is. Anyway, so I don't know what the totals are yet because this game is still pending, but Denver, by the way, is taking the lead back.
Dude.
14-10. So Tom is staring an undefeated week in the face. Could happen. It'd be historic if it happened. It's never happened before.
Come on, Denver. But and you need some luck in order for it to happen because this shit doesn't make any sense.
I think you've had plenty already.
Yes. Well, no.
I think you got a lot of nerve asking for luck at this point.
I'm not asking for luck.
You better not be.
In order to have a perfect weekend, you have to get lucky. Because so many games we've picked this year, teams had no business losing and they lost. And I'm not even talking about like within the game. I mean, there are some teams that have gotten blasted on the bum out of nowhere. Jesus Christ! This defense,
I thought he picked that
stinks.
off. You know how lucky he was this weekend? He went to take a shit and he wiped his ass with the golden ticket.
I can tell you that's false.
That is how lucky he was. The golden ticket.
That is false.
Oh, look!
I wish I had gotten a golden ticket.
I've got the other 4 too.
With all the
There
Thanksgiving
are 5
eats.
golden tickets.
With all the Thanksgiving eats, I would have found at least one.
By the way, how was your Thanksgiving?
It was great.
Good. How's his family? Have a good dad. His pops over. Is he? I asked this in all sincerity, and I said this is the one thing Aaron Rodgers did accomplish. I have empathy for Jets fans now. I was going to ask, and I'm not kidding when I say this. I hope his dad is he okay?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's numb to it.
Okay.
The Jets have been bad forever.
Yeah, but they did everything for this guy. They did everything.
My dad.
I mean, talk about bending over for
My
something.
dad didn't think it was a good move when it happened. I told you what he said.
That's true. His dad, was one of the few who did say that.
So he wasn't one that.
Who
had
was a
his
Jets
hopes
fan?
up. Yeah, he's a
I
Jets
said it, but I'm not. He was one of the few Jets fans I heard say.
He said they've done it before,
Yeah.
and it didn't work. They did it with Favre. They
I
did it
guess,
with
You
who
know.
else? Testaverde. They've done it.
Well, Favre's the obvious.
Yeah, Favre
Because
was the most.
their
recent.
careers they're identical. They're literally identical. Actually, Favre has been to more Super Bowls.
But they've done it before, where they get the good quarterback late. Boomer Esiason. They
Yeah.
did the same thing with.
But
him.
you know what though? At least with the Jets, Favre made the playoffs.
It's true.
He didn't do this. He didn't do this. Okay, so, and I don't think Rodgers played bad on Sunday. Believe it or not, he played all right. He wasn't the problem Sunday. And again, to be fair, last week he showed some contrition. He showed some accountability, which I've never heard him do. He actually took some accountability for this, which I've never heard him say. So
I heard people killing.
we're gonna be
him.
fair. I'm gonna be fair. He actually did that, and I gained a measure of respect for him. But then he came out with "I might retire again" bullshit, which I texted you when that happened. I almost lost my shit. Fucking, if I have to listen to this crap again for 6 months, I'm gonna no, I'll blow a gasket. Okay, just I don't want to hear about that one.
Well,
The Aaron
let me-
update.
let me ask you
Oh,
your
he's in a
opinion.
cave somewhere in the fucking.
Yeah, let me ask you.
in the
Yeah, I don't want to.
Yucatan.
Yeah. He's cruising the fucking
Where?
the Rock of Gibraltar.
He's bathing with spider
No, but
monkeys
let me,
on Bora Bora.
let me ask you your opinion on this. So after this last game, he said, you know, it's a team game. There's 11 men out there. Things go wrong. Sometimes it's me. Sometimes it was me out there.
Yeah.
But then there are other times where there's, things inconsistent at other spots. And somebody was killing him for that. Do you think you should have just said it was me?
He should just left it sometimes it's me.
Yeah.
And not said, however,
Not gone
there
on
are
to the rest.
there are other times. I want to be
It's
perfectly
like,
clear.
we get it, Aaron.
Yeah.
We get it.
That it may be me every now and then, but on the list of it was me, I'm
But
at the
there's
bottom.
10 others.
I'm at the bottom of the it was me list.
There's 10 others and then 11 on the other side of the ball, and they suck all the time.
I mean, yeah. So, and that's a top 5 defense. By the way, they don't suck. They're ranked 5th in the NFL in defense still.
The Jets?
Yeah.
But they've been awful.
They have been. Their timing has been terrible.
Dude,
They picked the wrong time to give up a drive. The Patriots game was unacceptable.
dude, do you...
2 of them in the 4th quarter. And
what?
Brissett comes at 2 70-yard back-to-back touchdown drives in the 4th quarter. That's how the Patriots beat them. And
Who?
the Jets.
Oh,
And
sorry,
they did
I
it
forgot who
with
we were talking
Jacoby
about.
Brissett, who was not starting.
Yeah.
They knocked Drake May
They
out of the
knocked
game,
Drake
and then
May
it
out.
happened. That's I mean,
It's crazy.
I'm not gonna eat Aaron Rodgers' lunch for that one. He had nothing to do with that. Okay, that's unbelievable. The Patriots have no weapons, just none. I don't even want to hear about Ramondre Stevenson and Hunter Henry. If they weren't on the Patriots, you wouldn't know who they are.
Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah,
He was nowhere to be found the other
yeah,
day.
he's vanished. He's not even. I mean,
Well,
so,
I was watching that game, and Drake May was playing well.
Drake May.
He
could
made
play.
some nice throws, dude.
I have
And he
said
can move.
this. I have said this forever. I think you watched the game with me last year. I watched 7 of his games last year. I knew the kid could play. I was afraid of the team he went to, that they would destroy
Yeah.
him. And by the way, you can
Tatum.
you can tack on 4 more sacks and 10 more hits this past weekend,
Mm.
and just add it to the total. He's already had 1 concussion this year. He's already had 1.
Dude, but what I will say is that...
And why? For what? They're tanking for
Yeah.
Travis. At least they should be.
Yeah, but the good thing is they don't have a good team and he's playing good. Okay? Because that means they can actually build around him and be sure, hey, if this guy could play halfway decent with this...
This was Mac Jones' rookie year. Imagine if this guy ever gets some talent around him. That was his whole rookie year.
I think y'all had a better team.
No.
You had
we
a
didn't.
better defense, no?
No, we really didn't.
Really?
No, we didn't. We had Judon his first year. He was better.
But
He was in his prime.
statistically, that defense was better, no?
They're off.
Oh, come on, it's pick six! Pick six!
There you go.
Come on!
He's gone. He's gone. Don't stop running.
Don't you drop that ball, thank God.
That's right before the half.
That's so big.
It's big for you. That hurts.
That's so big. That
Now they're
doesn't
going to run
hurt
the ball. They're going to run the ball more. They got an 11-point lead. Why would they throw it? Eat the clock
No,
up.
dude, last week, I thought the same thing. They do not run the ball. Javonte Williams does nothing.
Watch them blow him off the ball for 200
No,
yards.
it's a lot of that shit where he puts it in his
What's the
stomach and
score of
pulls
that
it
game?
back.
108 to 84. I
That's
can't see the score.
108 to 84.
I need I need something to smile about. Everything went wrong this weekend. I mean, everything.
Yeah, you couldn't
went
just
wrong.
say, "Hey, Tom, nice week. You got a little."
I might have had you not said it was a bum blasting. You kind of eliminated that.
No, I didn't say that
You did say
until
that.
you started saying your
No,
shit.
no. What I said was it was. This is never. I've never seen this happen before.
That's not all you said. You told me to pull the horseshoe out of my ass.
After you said it was a bum blasting.
You
was
had that
after.
coming.
It's no.
You had that coming.
No, I didn't. You said bum blasting. You had it coming. By the way,
I said-
there are 4 horseshoes up there.
I said
They were all
it's
up
not
his
your
ass.
average bum blast. You might look at it. And
It wasn't a
think, oh, this is
bum blasting.
No,
And every game was a 1-score game.
Statistically, in picks, a 5-0 differential is a blast.
There wasn't one game that was decided by more than a touchdown. In fact, 3 of them were by less than 5 points.
Okay, but
And in every one of the games, again,
Dude, the
outgained,
Pittsburgh-Cincy game
less
wasn't that
penalties,
close.
less time possession, more
the
turnovers.
Pittsburgh Cincy game was not.
That is the
close.
one game you definitely. That was yes, they deserved to win. Definitely. The other ones were all could have gone either way easily. And having said that, it was 44-38 that game. And the problem is Pittsburgh's offense averages 328 yards a game. They had 520 in that game.
But Russ was cooking, baby.
If Russ hasn't cooked all year,
Did he cook in that game? He has cooked a couple times.
Tom, I think you could cook against that defense. I think you could.
He cooked against the Giants.
Well, now that you put it, now that you threw that dynasty into
What
the
can I
mix,
say?
that
What can I say?
steel curtain,
Well, they were leading the league in sacks.
that
at the time.
New York sack exchange. That was
They were
Jets
leading
game.
the league in sacks at the time they played. Not anymore. Dexter Lawrence. You know, the Giants have lost their 2 best players.
Didn't you call the Giants a get-well game for the Panthers?
Yeah, they're a get-well game for everybody. But hear me out. The Giants have lost their 2 best players. Their left tackle, Andrew Thomas, and their defensive tackle, Dexter Lawrence. Which is, I love it. Because
they're better than
they
Neighbors.
need to lose.
Neighbors is not their best player.
No, not even close.
Okay.
Dexter Lawrence, if you look at, like, QB pressures
Oh,
from the
defensive
defense-
line. Yeah,
I mean,
that's true.
and then Andrew Thomas is a
I misspoke. That is
Andrew Thomas is a top 5 offensive tackle,
He's very good.
left tackle. But let me tell you who's having a real. You think you had a bad weekend? Giants GM Joe Shane. When you look around the league at players he let go, okay, Xavier McKinney, who's on the Packers, who's leading that defense as a safety. I think he might lead the league in interceptions. Defensive Player of the Year candidate. Leonard Williams on the Seattle Seahawks, defensive tackle, who you could have had next to Dexter Lawrence. He's a Defensive Player of the Year candidate. He's the one that had the pick 6 against Rodgers as a D tackle. Pick 6? Yikes. Okay. Then you have Julian Love, who, God, I can't even remember where he is. I think he might be in Seattle. He's having a great year defensively. And then you come back to good old SB Saquon Barkley. The guy you let go who's now a legitimate, not Defensive Player of the Year candidate, MVP candidate from the running back spot.
See, he didn't.
Holy fuck.
See, to me, that's the only thing that needed to be said.
Holy fuck.
Not only did you let him go, you let him go for about $5 million, maybe 10,
And you
let him go to your rival.
and you paid a running back who you barely use,
Oh.
and you paid a backup quarterback
Oh.
$5 million, who again you barely use.
I don't.
Yowzers.
All to blame Daniel
Yowzas.
Daniel Jones.
Well, he had to go.
Wonderful. That's just wonderful how that
Now
works.
Daniel Jones is on
Basically,
the Vikings.
he just described why Daniel Jones failed.
Daniel Jones is on the Vikings.
Who ggets picked up by a 9-2 Vikings team. And what I got news
Well,
for you.
he's on their
I got news
practice
for you.
squad.
If Donald goes down, watch this.
No, but you have to agree. You have to
better
agree
pray
this.
that fucking guy doesn't go
You
down.
have to agree this. You have to agree to this.
This has got Matt Patricia and Philly all over.
You have to
again.
agree to this, okay? if that does happen,
and he shits
and he
the bed,
stinks in Minnesota, the same thing goes.
Absolutely.
Okay, because
happily
that's
do.
a hell of an offense.
Yeah.
That's a really good offense.
He's never had anything that
Agreed.
looked
Totally
like what
agree
he's
with that.
looking at now.
Totally agree with that.
I mean, he might be.
And look,
it's like
if he gets in and plays well, then I will finally fully admit you are completely right about that.
Speaking of that, if you saw this motherfucker for the fucking Houston Texans,
CJ?
this son of a bitch who hit fucking Lawrence.
Oh yeah. That was weak.
Are you fucking kidding me,
That was
man?
real
That's if he is not suspended multiple games for that.
It's a bad one.
That was, and by the way, that wasn't his first incident, according to. And if you look at Chris Kovac's video, tonight, you see that?
Bunch of shit.
He's done a lot of shit before this. So his fine and suspension should be, dare we say, greater?
I would think so.
Because you're going to tell me, after all we saw before leading up to the hit, he wasn't fined and suspended already?
Not the first dirty thing on camera.
I mean, there was enough shit on there for him to be suspended already.
Yeah.
Oh, is that fair to say? You saw that video. I would say there's 2 or 3 things that he should have been suspended for. In the video before he hits Trevor Lawrence. At least a game.
But this is the worst thing he's done.
He punched a guy like off the sideline. He basically puts Tom Brady in a chokehold.
That's right. The punch on the sideline was pretty bad.
That's a suspension.
You
you get suspended for
and
that.
somehow that guy held back.
Yeah. I thought he was going to.
That guy held back.
I wouldn't have
even
blamed
think
him.
it was called.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
don't know.
even think it was called. I mean, he
That's-
turned that guy's neck.
That is a suspension.
Agreed.
So I'm saying it ain't his first.
Yeah, if you don't get thrown out of that game, you are definitely suspended.
Yeah,
for the next
he
one.
needs multiple games here. I mean, this is ridiculous.
The Civ is opens.
And by the way, in the wake of that, what the redoubtable one also failed to mention was the performance of Mac Jones,
He played well.
who came in against the 5th-ranked
well.
defense. His best receiver was a guy named Campbell, who last year had a total of 118 receiving yards in 11 games. Okay, and he had 100 yards and a touchdown. Mac Jones was playing the team 5th in defense. They are 4th in sacks, not 1 sack. They are 5th in turnovers.
He played better than Trevor Lawrence.
He played better than the other quarterback too.
CJ?
Yeah, he played better than him.
CJ's struggling this year.
CJ has a better team around him too.
I know.
But Mac Jones,
Than
20
most.
of 32. He ran for a couple.
Did he throw any picks?
Nope, 2 touchdowns, no picks, no sacks, no. In fact, he saved his team. He recovered a fumble by his own running back that would have been disastrous.
Oh, wow.
He dived after it. The running back would be wearing the gold ones if it wasn't for Mac Jones on that play.
Well,
Mac Jones proved he can play.
Well, here's
and
something
not as a
interesting.
substitute.
If he plays well next week, what does Jacksonville do with Trevor Lawrence?
Well, one of them has made the Pro Bowl in the past, and one of them I don't know what you do with him.
Does he have a long-term contract?
Oh yeah, you got to trade him. But the thing is,
where are you going to trade him? Who's going to take that contract?
He's only 25.
Yeah, but he's Daniel Jones in a wig.
Is he Daniel Jones in a wig? First of all, his first year he had Urban Meyer as a coach. That's a wash. Throw that out. Urban Meyer sucks.
I think you could compare the two, except he's had better teams.
The second year he makes the playoffs, does well.
Mm-hmm.
Then last year they were banged up. Last year wasn't him. Last year they were banged up. This year he needs to be held accountable for some of this is on him. Clearly. Now, I know
But
the
if you look at the stats, they're the same as Daniel Jones.
He has more talent around than Daniel Jones.
I know, and he's done less.
No, they both won a playoff game. They've done about the same in terms of winning.
But he had a better team around.
He does. Well, he did. Yeah. When I was looking at other than
this year, it's kind of
other than ETN. I couldn't name anybody that Jones was throwing to.
Well,
ETN was the only one I knew.
Well, Ingram, the tight end, is a really good tight end.
Okay. But he wasn't the guy that led him in anything. It was these 2 people I've never heard of that Mac Jones threw for 100. I mean, I was like, holy shit, who are these guys?
Yeah.
And so Mac Jones played well and proved, yeah, he can play. And he doesn't need a whole lot of help. Just give him a line and give him some time. Just give him some time. Because he wasn't throwing to an all-star lineup.
So you're saying I can't call him Quack Jones anymore?
Nope. Right. And the thing is, he made a Pro Bowl. he was runner-up for Rookie of the Year to Jamar Chase, who I think you by both of you is a top 5 receiver in this league. Okay, he lost Rookie of the Year offensive to him. Okay, and in that Buffalo playoff game where 44 guys shit the bed, he was the one guy that played well out in Buffalo. 2 touchdown passes, no picks. He was sacks. His line was awful. But he was the one guy that played well.
I thought he threw the pick on the right.
He didn't have a pick in the game. He didn't throw a single pick in that game. He threw 2 touchdowns, no picks. The rest of the team didn't show up. The defense was awful. What an embarrassment.
You said playoff game.
It was a playoff game. They lost to Buffalo in the playoffs. They drew them first.
They're going to give up a touchdown here.
Again?
Come on. That's going to kill me.
It'll negate the pick six.
Exactly. Which I think is bullshit.
It shouldn't be.
You know what I'm saying? Like, the scoring system.
Yeah, you can't miss that tackle.
The scoring system's always been suspect.
It's been whacked. The QBs only get 4 points for a touchdown pass. Come on, DJ, that's ridiculous.
I'm behind by 2 points right now.
No.
Denver's got
A couple of sacks. You know sacks are worth.
I know, but if they give up 7, it's going to drop again.
So how much? 3 points?
It's probably going to drop 4 points, which is horseshit.
It won't be 4.
Dude, the other thing that drops, yardage. They count yardage. So like once your defense gives up 200 yards, you tick down.
Jesus, talk about why even draft the defense? You're gonna make it more of a nuisance than anything else. That's not helpful. How's that helpful? That's terrible.
I'll throw a pick, James.
No, nice. You get a piece of that? That was a nice play. If you did.
I think he just dropped it.
I think the bum just dropped it.
I didn't say bum. But I thought it hit his hands. Maybe not.
Anyway, we're gonna take a break. Because
it was way outside.
Yeah, it was way outside. We're going to come back, segment 2, college football.
It's not going to be long.
Stop being a baby.
Dude, my fucking fingers are freezing.
All right, we're going to go inside. I have hot chocolate ready for him.
I can't. I haven't eaten all day.
You can't have hot chocolate?
No.
Tea?
No.
You can't have tea.
Is it decaf?
Yes.
Seriously?
Yes.
Okay.
We have decaf tea.
Okay.
We're going to get him a tea. We'll go back for segment 2.
I'm going to come out with my little tea and crumpets.
Tea? Oh, my God, this thing's not charging. What's going on there?
Oh, good defense. Man, that was close.
What happened here? We're going to come back segment 2. Once we figure out what's going on with the powers.
Can't blame that one on me.
Nope, that wasn't you. I don't know how.
Dude, I'm sorry about Larry, man. Can we get this guy a wheelchair?
Get him a wheelchair. That'll be wonderful. Larry, I love you. You're not helping. You're just not helping.
I'm gonna put him in a, well, maybe you got a crutch for him?
Takes out little Larry.
That was risky out there, though.
He was there for how long? Never
No,
nothing.
that's what I'm saying. I never just like adjusting made it happen. I guess I'm a little heavier than I thought.
Segment 2, college football coming up. Hey, Joel. Tonight's menu.
Oh, man.
Coming right
touchdown.
up.
Fuck.
We have to decide which shirt you're going to eat.
Great pass by Jameis.
Segment 2 coming right up. See you soon, Joel.